Good, how are you?
What comes to mind about this game in general?
Well, I think it was a good character effort. Obviously, another comeback. We never quit, and even with a short bench, I mean, guys really got to. I've had some proud moments as a coach, and this is one of the more prouder moments I've had as a coach. And each and every guy to a man, every single player in that dressing room tonight.
Do you have any? There's no animosity between you two guys, is it? Going back?
No, I think it was just it's a hard-fought hockey game.
Just a hockey game.
It's a hockey game. Okay. That's a hockey game.
When was the last time you actually were in the middle of something like what happened in the second period tonight?
It's been a while, I know, but it's part. It happens. Part of the game. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and dwell too much on it. I think the most important thing was we need to get the 2 points, and we need to grow as a group and gel as a group, and sometimes it happens. There's a lot of emotion in this game, and there's a lot at stake, and there's a lot of pride involved, and we're starting to see that. Like we talked about the last few times standing at this podium, is the level of compete, the level of care, the level of, and that's what you need to see. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the way you win, but the response and then the compete factor in the battle count is it's heightened emotion. It's the time of the year.
Is this the kind of situation where maybe this will solidify the thing, everything, because now everybody knows that it's not 18 individual players. It's one team, and everybody's got each other's backs.
Yeah, I think we've always wanted to make sure that we play as a 5-man unit, as a team all the time, and I think that we have with the amount of movement and the amount of players in and out, it's always hard to gel. So we've had more of a stable lineup lately, but there's some familiar guys we haven't seen in a while that are kind of back, and then we're also seeing some other guys come out of their. It takes a few months for guys' personalities to come out a little bit. And then all of a sudden, but it's. It's one of those things where as a player I've been in those games, and but the most important thing was the 2 points.
What went through your mind when you saw Garrett head for the blue line?
You know what? I actually didn't even see him until I turned around. So.
Okay.
But
I mean, does that kind of put the fear of God in a coach seeing a starting goalie, put himself in that?
I haven't really. I'll be honest with you. I haven't thought. I don't think it's really sunk in. So, but. It happened, and we had to move past it, and we had to win the game.
And Joe Howe, what can you say about the way he came in tonight?
Oh, I mean, he competed and battled, and coming off the bench in a situation like that, I mean, he picked up where he left off last game. I mean, and good for him, and talk about to come into a situation and be a big part of 3 points, 3 out of the 4 points. He had a lot to do with it, and everybody did. But for him, that was a great job. Guys played hard in front of him too, which shows a lot of respect for him. Thanks.
Good, Howard. Thank you.
How do you feel about how the game kind of unraveled?
Funny game, really. To be quite honest, I mean, obviously nobody expects that to happen. It happened. We're not going to focus on any of that. The bottom line is we got the 2 points. We did what we had to do. Protected our ice at home and stood up for ourselves and got the 2 points. That's all that matters.
How important was a game like tonight as far as solidifying things in the locker room, so that now, everybody knows that, you guys are one unit and you've all got each other's backs?
Yeah, I mean, that should be the whole the whole year. I mean, I think we've done a good job, and it's just at times we've struggled at home, and I think with these last 2 games, even losing in the shootout yesterday, coming back like that at home and showing that we're not going to give up, and just showing like you said, you stick together and you don't let anybody come in here, no matter who it is, and regardless of what happened, just sticking up for everybody and not letting people push you around at home.
How important was it getting the 2 points? 2 points tonight, not only in the standings, but with a big Saturday night crowd of over 9,000, and I mean, it was a pretty wired crowd.
Yeah, I mean, the games at home, those we got to win at home. That's if we're gonna make ground up, we got to win those games at home. Those are extremely important. I mean, in the crowd, it was tremendous tonight. Phenomenal crowd that got everybody going, and I'm sure they love that. It was just, but the points are the biggest thing. We're making up ground. We gotta get every point. Every point is critical, and every game we gotta fight for every last point. Thank you.
Joe, first of all, welcome to Orlando. Take us through what you went through tonight, coming in cold off the bench and basically being the backstop for another come-from-behind win.
Well, I mean, it was something you always got to be ready for. You're professional, that's what you get paid to do. It's not a night off when you're a backup. You just always got to be ready. You never know what can happen. And it was big to get the win tonight after a disappointing loss last night, especially. I felt I let the guys down a little bit with a couple soft goals, and so it was nice to come in, but really it was the guys in front of me that scored the goals to come back and block some big shots and made my life pretty easy tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of a heck of an initiation, coming in. You had to start last night, but then, tonight you think it's, you're just going to be able to sit and observe, and all of a sudden things are breaking out all over the place, and all of a sudden you're thrown into, to the breach, so to speak.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, just like anything in life, you got to control what you can control, and it doesn't matter what happened before. It's all about the next shot. It's kind of an old adage in goaltending, so that was my focus, just the first shot, and then after that one was over, that's over, and the next one after that.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Thanks, Joe.